Thank you so much for having me. I always wonder in these moments what would happen if I just decided to get out here and just not say anything. But I'm going to share a story. My boss, I used to work for a retirement center, which was really interesting. My boss told me a story once about a time when she was in middle school, and she didn't come from awesome ends. She didn't have a lot of resources. Her mom, single mother, but she wanted to be in the cheer. She wanted to be on the cheer team, and they didn't have the money to buy the uniforms. She said that it was her decision to just kind of try out. She knew she was good, but she was like, if we don't have enough money at this point, and I don't make it, then it won't matter. But if I make it, I'll try to figure something out. But she definitely did not want to join that team because she knew that it would be an obligation for her mom, to buy her a uniform. And so what happened was she tried out and she made the team. And so the next question was, how are we going to pay for the $300 uniforms? How are we going to do that? And she didn't have an answer, and she didn't want to push her mother to that answer. In fact, she didn't even tell her mother that she tried out. But her next door neighbor actually had a daughter who tried out and knew of the situation. And as it turned out, the next door neighbor knew kind of the fact that they didn't have the resources. And that next door neighbor decided that she was not going to let this young girl not join the cheer team because she didn't have enough resources. So this awesome, strange next door neighbor decided to go to the school and talk to the cheer team, talk to the cheer coaches. She wrote a check for the $300 that it would take not only to buy her own daughter's cheer uniform, but to buy the daughter of this single mother's uniform as well. And so one day at school, unbeknownst to this young girl who knew that she couldn't join the cheer team because she didn't have the money for it, she was told by the cheer coach, hey, are you ready to go next Monday? You made the team. She said, oh, I decided not to join. Took her around back and told her everything. And she will never forget that day. In fact, just 2 years ago, her mother and her kind of sat with that information. Her mother didn't know exactly what happened, but she knew something did happen. And that next door neighbor told the mother exactly what she did for her child. I say this just to say that that was an act of random kindness that you won't ever forget, that for sure she will never forget. Even to this date, as she's 25 right now, she will never forget that moment. The idea that I have is trying to embrace that moment, is trying to embrace that moment in everybody's life. And I believe that it would be incredible if we could do that with a cupcake. Yeah, I knew y'all would. I think a cupcake is so beautiful because, of course, it actually is beautiful. It is delicious and it's comforting. People give cupcakes to one another to feel those types of things. You give a cupcake to somebody for their anniversary. You give a cupcake to somebody for their birthday. You give a cupcake to somebody just as a gift to show them that you love them, to show them that you're there. I want to embrace the exact moment that I just shared with that my boss had through this, and here's how we're gonna do it. We believe a message, of course, our cupcake is a gift. It's a message. It's a way to share an awesome moment. And so what we're going to do, what we've decided to do, is to put a message on the inside of a cupcake wrapper. And this message will be a service dictate or an act of random kindness, a command to go do something. And the cupcake market is incredible. People are in it, and people are buying cupcakes. And so this is what's going to go down. You will be able to buy a cupcake. You'll go in for some kind of incredible mystery because you won't know what's on it. And then you will leave after having read what this command is to go do something. It might say, go make somebody's day, for example. And so you will be able to eat that sweet cupcake, but then know that because you just ate an awesome cupcake, that you will go serve somebody else in whatever incredible way you dream up. And so I just want to share this incredible idea. I skipped a few slides because I really want to just get to the meat of it. I believe that this amazing opportunity for a business idea called Cause Cakes is something that is really, really close to my heart, especially with that story that I just shared. I know there's so many people that love cupcakes. I know that there's so many people that love service. I know that there's so many people that can be about people. But oftentimes I found that in my career, as a student, in my just kind of the humdrum of life, it's hard to kind of sit back and say, okay, what can I do for somebody else? Because it's so hard to think about somebody else when you're thinking about that next test, when you're thinking about that next grind that you have to do. And so we're gonna do it through a cupcake. You guys eat cupcakes all the time, and it's gonna be a moment where you can get a cupcake, eat it, but then you have to decide what you're gonna do next week. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I want to thank every single person at TEDx. I want to thank all the speakers as well. You guys have inspired me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.